Hello and welcome back to the Barcelona career mode here on FC24. I hope you guys are ready to get into episode 8 of season 6 here in Barcelona. Of course, we played 5 seasons at Brighton and Hove Albion. And if you are new here, please be sure to hit that like button and please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Currently only about 50 away. Hit 950 earlier today, so that's exciting to see. Anyways, carrying on into this episode, we're going to have a jam-packed episode today, hoping to get through all 6 games in the month of February. But depending on what happens in this first game, we might have another game, so we might not be able to. But yeah, as you can see, a big episode today. 3 massive away fixtures. We face Atletico Madrid in our first game in the Cup, and then we will play 3 days later Real Madrid in the league away at Real Madrid. Going to be incredible to see what happens there. Then we'll play Almeria. I believe they're sitting down in last place, so we might simulate that game. And then we got an away game against Liverpool right after that in the Champions League round of 16. And we'll finish off the month with a couple more games in the league, potentially a cup game, like I said. But first up, we have the Spanish Cup quarterfinals against Atletico Madrid. One of the toughest teams still left in the competition. You know, pretty much us, them, and Real Madrid are the massive giants that are still left. And it looks like Celta Vigo, Real Madrid, and Osasuna have already made their way through to the next round in the semifinals. So we'll be facing Atletico Madrid here for a chance to go to those semifinals. And then later on in the episode, of course, Champions League round of 16, Liverpool at Anfield. It's going to be very tough. We've been playing there in the first 5 seasons with Brighton. We played it at Anfield several times, obviously, but it's a different beast whenever you're playing in Champions League. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see for our lineup here against Atletico Madrid, we are going to go with pretty much the best lineup we can put out. I did see your comments about maybe moving Smith Rowe into the traditional cam position and then moving Viega back to that number 8 spot. So we're going to have him there. We brought in Bruno Guimaraes in the last episode, so if you didn't see that, be sure to go check it out. Unfortunately, Gravenberch had to leave. We got over 100 million for him, so that was nice to see. But we brought in Guimaraes to be his replacement. We also brought in Amadou Onana to be a backup in midfield, and then we brought in Tomiyasu to be a backup in those fullback spots. So our bench absolutely looking incredible. Obviously, our starting 11's as good as it can get almost. And then on top of that, our reserves aren't terrible. Decent reserves as well. So we've got a lot of players that can do a job for us. But first things first, let's get into this game against Atletico Madrid. And let's move on to the semifinals. Atletico Madrid's team is obviously very good still. A lot of great players in there. So this is by no means going to be an easy game. But hopefully we can make it past them. You guys already saw our lineup. We're going to be going with our white kits in this game, facing the red and whites of Atletico Madrid. Our attack was missing last episode. We didn't do too bad in the 3 games that we played, but hopefully we will be scoring some more goals. Atletico Madrid pushing forward first here, sending a cross inside. Araujo able to deal with it. We don't really have any numbers up here. Miranda is going to play it back to Colomawani on this right side. He's going to try to make a move. Looks for a pass inside to Miranda, who will finish it off with a little bit of a flare shot. 1-0, 15 minutes gone. Miranda getting on the score sheet first. Ooh, Evan Nilsson skipping past Araujo out here. Not a great challenge from Araujo. But Lukeba staying in a neutral position and getting a tackle in. Excellent defense by Castello Lukeba there. But now Goretzka skipping past Lukeba. Nuno Mendes getting back. Hopefully in a decent position. Moreira now with the ball. Lukeba again defending him. Now Saul with it. Don't know if he's going to find a room to shoot, but he does. But luckily it gets blocked away. And it looks like that will be halftime. So not much happening here in this first half. Neither team really going forward too much. We kind of, we're both turning it over back and forth. But 1-0 lead into the break. A throw in for Atletico Madrid here right at the beginning of this second half. Paz with it. Going to pass inside to Zaire Emery. Goretzka finds a pass to Saul. Oh, that shot is deflected away. Nuno Mendes will also clear it out. Nuno Mendes not anywhere really to go. Their defense has been playing very well. Gabri Viega just got caught running. Zaire Emery looking for the pass out here to Moreira. Evan Nilsson will likely lay this off to Saul. Lukeba with an excellent sliding challenge to block that shot away. Now Ansu Fati waiting for a run out here from Nuno Mendes. Doesn't really have any options to cross it into, but Bruno actually ends up with it and takes a shot, an acrobatic shot to say the least. 70 minutes gone. That was pretty much our second chance of the game at this point. It's been a very defensive game for sure. Viega inside to Chow. I'm going to go back to Viego real quick. Smith Rowe over here. And someone is in a load of space. Ansu Fati going to get a shot away around the defender who took a very bad angle. I believe that was Soyuncu. We're going to have to take another look at this one. Decent pass, but not the greatest. But yeah, Soyuncu just runs right past him there. I guess, you know, taking away the near post shot, but that far post is where Ansu Fati was aiming, and he aimed there well. And that will give us the opportunity to make a lot of subs. We're going to go ahead and get 4 subs in. We're going to bring on Amadou Onana and Takehiro Tamiyasu to make their debuts for the club. Since we have a 2-goal lead. Oh, Chow Miranda through. Tom Bischoff. Good shot. Good enough power on it, but he went with his right foot, and I was hoping he'd go with his left. That will bring us to a corner here. I see Onana at the back post. I don't think we're going to get it to him. And I don't think we're going to end up with the ball there either. That was unfortunate. And it looks like that will be game here at Atletico Madrid. A 2-0 win to make sure that we go into the semifinals of the Spanish Cup. Of course, our objective from the board is to win the Cup as well as win the league as well as win the Champions League. So we're on our way to at least completing one objective, hopefully. And now our next El Clasico game here against Real Madrid. It looks like we have a loan offer for Mbamba, even though the window is already passed. So we're just going to go ahead and reject that. But yeah, El Clasico matchup here. I believe we did get a game rescheduled as well. The semifinal of the Spanish Cup. Looks like it is a 2-leg semifinal, which I did not see. I was not aware of that. So we are not going to get through the month of February in this episode. There's going to be way too many games, but we'll get through at least the Liverpool game, if not the Sociedad game as well. We'll play this Real Madrid game. We'll play the Celta Vigo game. We will simulate the Almeria game, and then we will play the Liverpool game and see kind of where we're at with that. But another massive game coming up now with, you know, the Celta Vigo matchups in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this episode. We've got this game against Real Madrid, though. And it looks like we've got some tired legs. So Chow Miranda is going to have to come out for Luis Enrique. Smith Rowe, I'm probably not going to take out. I'm going to leave him in there. And we'll just have to sub him off at some point. We'll just see how it goes. If we need to, we can bring on Onana. We got Bischoff. I mean, we got plenty of options. So we're going to go with this lineup. An away game here against Real Madrid for 3 points in the league. Currently sitting in first place. 2 points out of Villarreal. 4 points out of Celta Vigo. And 8 points out of Real Madrid. Not having the greatest start to the season so far, Real Madrid. But I'm sure they will pick it up by the end of the season. And like you guys would have saw in our last game against Real Madrid, their lineup is just not quite as good as it should be. That's probably why they're dropping games. We went ahead and made a decision to bring in Vinny Jr. into their team as the right striker. He just doesn't actually play for them at all throughout the season. I believe his only appearance for the club in the league was whenever we played them last time and we put them in. They've got Havertz, they've got Madison, they got Valverde. Decent midfield with Calvin Phillips as well, but their defense is where they're lacking. Gvardiol out at the left back position, but then a 78 overall Vallejo and a 74 overall Marvel at right center back and left center back. And they're both tired as well constantly because those are the only 2 center backs they have in their team. It doesn't make sense. It's just FIFA things. Nuno Mendes with a good tackle, but not a good pass. I could see that one coming from a mile away. Don't know why I decided to pass it, but, you know, whatever. Real Madrid, not been able to push forward too much. Hakimi with an excellent interception there and will continue to run forward. But just no options to really try to pass it into. Colomawani with it. We're going to look back here for Luis Enrique. Back to Hakimi. I see Smith Rowe towards that back post area, but Courtois easily collects. Chirito with a nice pass inside to Valverde. Valverde to Vinny. Vinny making a lot of moves. Finds a pass to Valverde. Oh, and the deflection will end up at his feet to give Real Madrid the 1-0 lead here after 35 minutes. Ooh. And now Hakimi making a very dangerous challenge. And I hope it's not a red card. Surely just a yellow. Okay, well, not a good start to this game. Red card for Hakimi after, you know, a few minutes after they score, so probably like 40 minutes gone. Yeah. It was probably red. It was probably a red, but just not a great effort. They're going to have a free kick here. Valverde off the post. Ansu Fati heads it away. But it's going to be difficult for us to score, I imagine. But what would an El Clasico be without a red card? Vinny Jr. back inside. Havertz with a shot. Ter Stegen with a save. on that one from Calvin Phillips. We escaped turmoil here at the end of the first half, at least for now. We need to make sure, of course, we don't give up a goal here in the next minute or so. But yeah, not a great showing from the first half for the boys of FC Barcelona, and it's going to make this game real tough to win. Ansu Fati pushing down this wing. I mean, obviously not really much option to pass it into. We're going to go for a low shot. First shot of the game that we've actually gotten off. Ansu Fati did well there to get at least a shot off, but did not do well in terms of getting it on target. Vinny with a pass to Valverde. Valverde with a shot. I was trying to move our defender into the way of the shot, but a 2-0 lead here after 51 minutes for Real Madrid, thanks to Federico Valverde. And a good pass from Vinny there, but yeah, just didn't get Bruno into the right position to block that shot, and nothing Ter Stegen could do about it. We're going to take Smith Rowe off for Takehiro Tomiyasu, which is going to play without a cam for now. We'll see how the rest of the game goes. I mean, obviously, it's going to be tough for us to score anyways, but it's going to be real tough without a fucking attacking midfielder in there. Awani inside to Bruno. Bruno actually makes a nice move, but that shot is absolutely piss poor. Ter Stegen sending a goal kick out here to Ansu Fati. Not a goal kick, it was off of a cross. Ansu Fati trying to make a move inside. Referee, give us a whistle. We're going to keep the pressure on, though, and try to force a turnover. Bruno does well. Bruno trying to get a cross out. It looks like it will be a corner. I thought he was fouled there. We need something crazy to happen here. Ansu Fati swinging it in. Tomiyasu getting up for it, but well over the bar. Onana with a good tackle. Saleh pushing that one forward to Colomawani. We have Nuno Mendes out here who has a little bit of pace, actually, getting around the defender. Gonna go for a cross. And Luis Enrique with an acrobatic shot, but nowhere near the target. Onana out here to Saleh. Saleh with nowhere to go, really, looking for a pass. Not a great effort at all. Real Madrid playing with fire in the back, but they're able to get it out. And it's going to land to them, of course. Havertz with a pass to Vinny. Vinny going to just make some moves to free up some space. Calvin Phillips with a pass out here to Gvardiol. Please do not give up a third, because that would just be flat out embarrassing. Onana with a good block and a good pass out to Bruno. Onana with another interception. Bruno just not great there. Onana has been nice in midfield. With his length, he's able to intercept a lot of passes and block a lot of shots. Araujo's going to get that one away, but it's going to be full time. 2-0 loss here. Red card did not help us from Achraf Hakimi, and yeah, we're going to get 0 points out of this. Real Madrid make up some ground on us in the league standings. Going to go ahead and make sure the starting 11 is going to have plenty of energy for this game only 3 days later. We're also going to make sure that Tomiyasu has that as well, because he is going to be taking place of Hakimi in that right back position for this game. Miranda should be good to go. We didn't use him in the last game, and I'm sure most everybody else will be good to go there as well. We'll go ahead and simulate to this game. A very big game here. We need to get a win if we want to move on to the final of the Spanish Cup. We, of course, have the second leg still at to play, but winning the first leg is always key. So let's go ahead and make sure the lineup gets fixed up. Looks like Colomawani is going to have to sit out for this game. And then, of course, Hakimi is going to have to as well. We'll get Mbamba on the bench. And I think we'll stick with everything else. Actually, I'm going to give Onana the start in midfield instead of Guimaraes. And this will be Celta Vigo's lineup for our game against them here in the Spanish Cup. And then, of course, you guys saw our lineup. I'm excited to see how Onana performs in this full game, as well as Tomiyasu. Very excited to see them getting some game time here for the club just after being brought in January. Onana already with a tackle early on. Good pass here to Luis Enrique. Even better pass to Gabri Viega, who finds Chao Miranda. And that is how we perform on offense, boys. That is the attack we've been looking for the last couple of episodes. Finally, a very, very good goal scored there. Great team play. Pepe pushing forward. Nice pass to Nemecha. Nemecha gets a shot away. I thought Tomiyasu was going to be able to block it. But Ter Stegen able to get a hand to it and able to get it away. Oh my goodness. Of all shots to go in, that one's the one that goes in. Well, Onana helped us score the first one, but unfortunately turned it over for this one. And then Pepe gets a shot away on the edge of the box, and somehow Araujo doesn't get to that, and somehow Ter Stegen doesn't get to it either. And I mean, he's standing basically right there, so that's tough. Gabriel Viega, ooh, good passing here. Ansu Fati gonna go for the shot. Wow, seems like a pass to a keeper there, but Ansu Fati needed to do better. Gabriel Viega is gonna win this one. Chao Miranda, Emil Smith-Rowe getting a shot away, blocked by the defender. Great pass from Pepe there to Sarui. Back inside to Pepe. Oh, 2-1 lead for Celta Vigo after 35 minutes. Again, I thought Araujo was going to be in the way for this one, but just great passing, great shooting. And yeah, just squeezes it right through Lukeba and through Araujo for the second goal of the game for Celta Vigo. Gabriel Viega ends up with that pass. It didn't actually make it to its destination and designed target. Ansu Fati with the pass inside here to Chao Miranda. We're going to lay it off for Gabriel Viega. We've got a pass out here to Luis Enrique. Oh, and Ansu Fati nearly ended up with that one. Onana with another interception. I mean, in midfield, it's just crazy because he has so much length. And the referee blows his whistle right there of all times and doesn't allow us to move forward in a 3-on-1 situation right there on that right side. Oh, Ter Stegen with the save. I was holding my breath for that one. Araujo took a bad angle, and the Celta Vigo player nearly made us pay for it. They're going to take this corner short. Gay is over here. Finds a pass inside into Mecha. But Ansu Fati with a good tackle. But then not a good pass. And Pepe will go for it, and Ter Stegen gets the save. Oh man, stressful. Luis Enrique to Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe going to lay it back off to Luis Enrique. Going to ball roll inside, take a shot. Deflected away. Sarawi. Oh my goodness. So many moves, but not enough. Lukeba with an excellent sliding challenge. Oh, and then Smith-Rowe gives the ball away in midfield. They have a pass through. Lukeba with another sliding challenge. Luis Enrique does get fouled. The referee doesn't play advantage, but we will get it away eventually. Smith-Rowe. Pass to Viega. Doesn't get to him. Viega sticking with it. That pass gets to Luis Enrique, who finds Chao Miranda, who misses the target. All right, 70 minutes gone. I'm going to go with the untraditional 5-man sub. Just getting on as many fresh legs as we possibly can for the final 20 minutes. I mean, we've been performing well, but unfortunately, I just couldn't find the final product in that last Chao Miranda shot. And that would have put us in a good position to try to find a winner in this game. But it's going to be tough now here in the final 20. Especially whenever this is happening. But Collins, oh, what a last-ditch effort. We've had to do a lot of that today. Salah not able to get past his man. Lukeba. Wow. Lukeba with 3 excellent sliding challenges here in the last 15 minutes. Ansu Fati gets that pass away to Kolomawani. We have room to run. Not a lot of support in the middle of the field. We do have Smith-Rowe here. Not Smith-Rowe. Tom Bischoff. Going to go for an outside-the-foot shot. It will be saved. 83 minutes gone here. If we lose this game, it's not the end of the world just because we do have the second leg, but a win or a draw would definitely be preferred. Cross sent in, and Araujo just sails it wide. All right, 90 minutes gone here. We get a throw in, and we absolutely ruin it. What in the world was that? And we are not going to get the ball back in time, putting pressure on them, but Araujo, I think it was Araujo that threw it in, seriously messed up that throw in and just threw it to nobody to end the game and to make sure that we go into the next leg with a loss. That last loss in the league to Real Madrid sees us down into second place, Villarreal retaking their first place position. Only 1 point behind them, so still in a good spot. Up next, we do have Almeria, who are actually not having too bad of a season. 27 points through, 23 games. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not great. Sitting down in 17th, so we're going to go ahead and get a simulation on this game, and we'll get the lineup fixed up as well. Almeria's lineup in this game against us, again, not a bad lineup. I think we I don't know if we simulated the last game against them as well. Not a bad lineup. Melia in goal, again, had given us trouble before against, whenever he was playing against Brighton, whenever we were the coach of them. We're going to go with our strongest lineup and get a quick sim on this game and get a 3-1 victory. Miranda, Smith Rowe, and Miranda again with the goals. 3-1 victory, 3 points in the bag. And hopefully first place back in our pocket, but I'm not so sure. We're going to go ahead and go check that out right now, just to make sure, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this Champions League game in the round of 16. Not first place in La Liga, still 1 point behind, but we do have a little bit of a gap between us and third. So top 4 firmly in hand, but not the first place spot we want. Just to recap, the Champions League group that we were in, Group D, of course. Porto finished in 2nd place, Rangers in 3rd, Leipzig in 4th place. We're also going to go ahead and check out Brighton's group. It was Roma, Brighton, Salzburg, and then Apoel FC. So in the round of 16, we're going to face Liverpool. Brighton are facing Inter Milan. Atletico Madrid versus Leverkusen, Celtic Juventus. And then as you can see, the other side of the round of 16 as well. Real Sociedad in there. Obviously, a big name missing is Real Madrid. In their group, they got bounced out. And they were dead last, which was very surprising. Even lower than Galatasaray. So interesting finish there in Group H, but they did have a lot of competition with Inter Milan and Manchester City, of course. 3 days now, a simulation to our next game. Liverpool. Kolo Muani is going to want to start in this game, but Luis Enrique is also going to want to start in this game, and I just don't know who to play. We could play Kolo Muani up top instead of Miranda, but Miranda's been the only player that really has been scoring a lot of goals for us, so it's hard to send him to the bench. We're going to leave Kolo Muani on the bench now for this game and just see how it goes. This will be Liverpool's lineup for their game against us here. Pretty much all new faces compared to what you would usually see in the first season of Liverpool career mode. Gakpo's still there, Alisson Becker's still there, but pretty much everywhere else it's a different player. But we're going to go ahead and get into this game. Need a win here big time. We've already lost 2 games in this episode. We don't want to make it a third. Kimi pushing forward here. Has a defender on his back. Won't let up possession, though. Oh, sort of does. Wow, of course, as soon as I say something. Now Cody Gakpo is going to be running down the middle of the field. Our defense tracks back well, but we still got to play some more defense. Kramer inside to Gordon. Gordon out here to Fagioli, a player that we thought about bringing in, but we decided on Bruno, and we get a tackle in on him to send ourselves the other way. Smith Rowe could lay this one off here for Luis Enrique. And we do so well, but just not great passing here by the boys. I see Ansu Fati out here on this wing. We're going to hit him with a pass. Keep it in bounds. He does. Actually skips past his defender as well. And is being absolutely hounded and then dispossessed. Luis Enrique waiting on that Hakimi run. Hakimi looking up top for Bruno Guimaraes, who scores his first goal for Barcelona. And it is a header 17 minutes into our first leg of the round of 16 here against Liverpool, a team that he is very familiar with playing against. Kramer skipping forward. I'm not sure where our defender was going. Was that Araujo? I mean, I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but he was literally out of bounds, so I'm not sure what that was about, but we at least get it away. Bruno with an interception in midfield, finds Smith Rowe. We're going to send this pass out here onto the wing for Ansu Fati. And what a challenge from the Liverpool man there. That man has been very aggressive all game long. Viega inside here to Smith Rowe. Waiting on a run from Ansu Fati. He finally makes one. Gonna pull this one back around. Gonna go for the shot right at Alisson. He's gonna get the save in, but a pass back to him puts him in a dangerous spot, but he will clear it away. Bruno Mendes getting around his man, still continuing to push forward. Bruno in loads of space here. And misses wide of the target. Oh, that is very frustrating. I can't fault him too much, but I can a little bit. I mean, that's an open net basically on the left side. And he sends it out wide. Kramer skipping past Hakimi. Hakimi tracking back and getting in front of him. Kramer will pass it over here to Udogie. He's going to look for a cross in a dangerous area. Ter Stegen should have just caught that one. Frankie de Jong gets a header back in towards the goal. Ter Stegen knocks it out for a corner. Ter Stegen with some shaky goalkeeping. The cross being sent in here. Ansu Fati gets his toe poked to it. Smith Rowe just running down here, but nowhere really to go. And gets absolutely taken out. Ansu Fati Finds a pass out here to Mendez. Back to Ansu Fati. Miranda with an excellent finish. Again, just great passing, great team play by the boys. And of course, it's always Miranda that ends up on the finish. Excellent top corner goal here. Let's take another look at it. Mendez back to Ansu Fati. Thought Miranda could have been offsides there. But luckily he wasn't. And not much Alisson can do about that one. Maybe could have done a little bit better actually. But we'll take the 2-0 lead no matter what. 2 goals ahead of Liverpool. Hopefully maybe more heading into the second leg. We'll have a corner here, and we're actually going to go with a little bit of a different game plan on the corner. Bruno got fouled there, but the referee did not play the advantage for very long. It did pop up. Lukeba trying to get a tackle in, but unsuccessful. Kramer just going to continue to skip forward. Hakimi now back and gets in the way of that cross. Yeah, the referee played advantage for about, I don't know, half a second maybe. It looks like that Hakimi block was actually a handball. Are they going to go for goal? They are not. They're going to send it in. Tomiyasu knocks it away one time. Kolomowani knocks it out here to Tamir Saleh, who is absolutely rapid but has no one to help him. We're going to look to move forward here. Is Kolomowani onside? He's off. Dogi pushing forward here. Nice pass to Eberici Eze, former player of ours at Brighton and Hove Albion, who sold to Liverpool. Trying to look for a pass inside. Hakimi does well to get that one out and does well to hold off Eze. And we keep a clean sheet here at Anfield while also scoring 2 goals to take a 2-goal lead heading into our second leg. I mean, it's looking like quarterfinals are well in our future here. And we will go ahead and advance a few days here to our next game, but we will go ahead and take a look at the standings, or not the standings, the Champions League round of 16 to see how well the first round went. Brighton 1-1 with Inter. Celtic 1-1 with Juventus as well. Atletico Madrid winning their first game over Leverkusen 2-0. Exciting to see for them. And then the other round of 16 games haven't been played yet, actually. So we'll see how those go in the next episode, more than likely. I don't think we're going to play this Sociedad game. We're just going to go ahead and leave it here. That way in the next episode we'll have Sociedad, we'll have Betis, we'll have Celta Vigo, and we will have Oviedo, which we'll probably simulate. And then we'll have another game against Liverpool in that second leg. So we'll be able to get those games done in the next episode. Today was a successful episode, I would say. Let's go ahead and take a look back at it. I mean, 2-0 win in the Cup against Atletico Madrid and a 2-0 win over Liverpool is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the loss to Real Madrid wasn't ideal, but going down to 10 men with only 30 minutes played is pretty rough. And then the loss to Celta Vigo, obviously not ideal either, but we at least have a second chance at redemption in the next episode against them. I will go ahead and show you guys the squad stats before we leave off here. I'm sure, it's going to show like Miranda and look like Miranda is our leading scorer. I mean, he's by far our best scorer. Ansu Fati's done well from the wing. Smith Rowe's been okay. Kolomowani's played out on the wing most of the season, so I can kind of understand why his goal tally isn't quite as high. 2 goals and 4 assists in the league. Not that great, but 5 assists in 7 Champions League games is very good from him. Happy to see that. Tamir Saleh, the 17-year-old, performing well. Araujo's got a few goals for us. Hasn't had one in a while, but he's been playing well. Nuno Mendes with a goal and a couple of assists. Ter Stegen with some clean sheets. He's been playing decently well. He's had some questionable things come through. Obviously, you can see his rating is dropping, so we're definitely going to need a new goalie if we have another season in this career mode, which I'm not too sure we will. Obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Hakimi, been very solid for us. 6 assists in 29 games. We love to see it. That's where we're going to leave this episode off. As you can see, the race at the top of La Liga is getting tighter with only 14 games to go. Only a 5-point lead over Real Madrid and still 1 point behind Villarreal. Anything could happen. We're only 7 points ahead of 5th place Sevilla, so we're just going to have to keep winning games. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave your comments down below about anything you want to see from the team, any changes you want us to make, any changes you want us to make to the sliders. I know a lot of you guys ask about the sliders, about the difficulty. I like the player-based difficulty on just because it makes it challenging. Ultimate difficulty is a little bit too easy already. And then whenever you add in that I've already made the sliders favored in the CPU and it's still not hard enough, the player-based difficulty kind of helps. So that's the way I like to rock it. But if you guys want me to make some changes to that, let me know. And besides that, I hope you guys are having a good week, good weekend, whatever time you're watching this. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.